today's a big day. We got the Lamborghini Huracan EVO. But if you're new to the channel, this is Slay Edge Media. Welcome to the channel. I just want to give everybody a high five. Boom, give me a high five, but give me a thumbs up in this video. All right, so let's get a really close look at this thing and get a full understanding of what we're looking at right here, because not only is this a Lamborghini, this is the Lamborghini Huracan EVO. I mean, this thing is like specced out through the roof. There's a reason why this vehicle costs over $300,000 right now. You know, MSRP is one thing, and then you go when you actually go get the car, it's gonna be a different price, because supply and demand. Other people want this car, and this car is like, it's a dope car, and to a lot of people this car is worth every single penny. So we're gonna get a close look at it and tell for ourselves just exactly what's what. The aerodynamics of this vehicle is ridiculous. Now when you look at this vehicle as a whole, you can see all the cooling apparatuses that go into this vehicle, not to mention all this like cosmetic race tech here in the front, whether you want to call it front lip, side skirts, diffuser in the back, all that good stuff. The whole architecture of the vehicle is something monumental. Now these headlights are super dope. These are like some of the coolest looking headlights you can see on the Lamborghini, at least in my opinion. Like the way that Lamborghini has changed and evolved over the years is something I'm really a true fan of. Something that's unique to Lamborghini, and what is brand name to Lamborghini, is basically the body line of it. It's an all one continuous line, and Lamborghini calls it the Giannini line. I probably butchered that. Maybe it's Giannini line. The continuous line, how it's all just one line. That's the continuous line of it. It's called the Giannini line. When you look at this car, like the more I look at it now that it's outside, I can see it's so much prettier than what it was when it was on the showroom. Like on the showroom, yeah, the lighting makes it look dope, but out here you can really like appreciate it. There's just so much going on back here with all this aerodynamics, actual vents for actual airflow, you know, for the whole brakes, diffuser and everything. I love how this is perforated right here. Unlike the normal Huracan, the EVO has like this metal gate right here. Now when you look at the arrow, like look right here, you see like this is actually open arrow right here. Now you see it's gonna actually collect the air, and there's actually some form like a little radiator in there, and it comes out the back right here. So there's ventilation going right here, as well as you can see the actual vent right there coming out the back right here. Now that's dope right there. Let's check out these brakes. Start with the front. Look at these brake pads. These are huge carbon ceramic brake pads. You can tell they're carbon ceramic because when you look close at them, they're not just straight smooth. They kind of got like a little speckly look to them. Because regular brake pads, let me show you another car. Here, right here is a Tesla Model S. You see these brake pads, how they're nice and smooth? That's non-carbon ceramic. Versus these right here, carbon ceramic. You could tell, and it's got carbon ceramic. See, it even says it right here on the carbon ceramic. I know, carbano ceramici. That's probably what it says right there. Here we go. Here, carbo ceramici. Ceramici. Is either ceramici or ceramici? You let me know in the comment section which way is the right way. These, like I've said before, on the RSQ8, it's like the same kind of brake caliber / brake rotor setup. Huge brakes. I think the RSQ8 may be a little bit bigger, but basically the same kind of quality. 6 piston in the front, huge 6 piston. This isn't like a small 6 piston. This is a big 6 piston right here, as well as a huge rotor right here, and then big old 4 pistons in the back, and a separate e-brake right hand side. Now something that a lot of people may not notice when you look and you compare the regular Huracan to the Huracan EVO, there's a couple of little differences. One of the big differences you can tell is those wheels that it has. Like I'm loving this other option for your back exhaust, because I know the other Huracans I have inside, there's 2 exhausts on each side underneath here down by the diffuser, but the EVO comes with the exhaust up here, like the relocated location. Like that is sexy. You can see like the muffler in there, the pipes coming out here, because remember the engine is back here. You can see that this is, I'm going to see if we can pop that up. But not just that, it's got these crazy tail lights, nice light bar right here, plenty of crazy fin work in the back right here, and you can tell it's like it's got 2 different separate divisions for like aerodynamics, so the air flows over and like it like barrels over. It's like a whole science to it. Side note, I'm in aviation. I have a private pilot certificate, so during school I had to learn a lot about aerodynamics, and you look at this vehicle, you can tell there's a lot of stuff that went into play when considering downforce, drag, and all this other extra things that have to do with air force and air reduction, air movement, displacing air. They definitely did a good job as far as paying attention to detail with this vehicle. Stay tuned. So let's go ahead and check on the inside and look at some more of the sophisticated details on the inside of the vehicle. All right, so the first thing you see when you open the door, it's a big old Huracan badge. But before we step in, I just want to show you something. This is what the Lamborghini Huracan EVO key looks like. Okay, this is what they look like. They look like this. You know, they're not really too crazy. It looks like a kind of like a big Audi key, but it says Lamborghini on the back of it. You know, it's really big and emphasized. Over the top it says Lamborghini right there. You see that? You see this right here? I'm not sure if this is real forged carbon fiber, but that's what this is right here. Oh, forged composites. So I'm assuming this is real forged carbon fiber. Now there's regular carbon fiber, which is like the more common thing that people do for enthusiasts, you know, for lightweight reduction. But a stronger new form of carbon fiber is forged carbon. Let me see if I can find a vehicle that's got some carbon fiber so we can compare the difference. In front of this Mustang right here, see this right here? This is how carbon fiber typically is. You know, if you got real carbon fiber or fake carbon fiber, usually has like this kind of look right here. This looks like it might be real carbon fiber, but it's not the most highest grade of carbon fiber you can get for sure. The next level for the carbon is not going to be carbon fiber, it's forged carbon. You know, forged carbon. That's what this is right here. Now you see right here, this is for your mirrors, because I recognize this because I have this in my Audi with the same little knob. You go left, right. But the one thing that's different is I don't have heated, and I don't have this little swivel action right there. The lock unlock button looks surprisingly similar to my Audi. Now if you look at this vehicle, something I remember seeing that in Doug DeMuro's video, he said you see a whole bunch of six-sided patterns, a whole bunch of hexagons, and when you look at it, it's true. Like even the rims right here, like look at this, 6 sides, 1 2 3 4 5 6 sides. It's ridiculous how the patterns go. Look, hexagons here, hexagons everywhere. I mean, not literally everywhere, but I mean the patterns of hexagons is kind of ridiculous how much hexagon use is actually in here. All you need for this to be 6 sides, a flat top. It'll be almost 6-sided. Before I hop in, you see this right here? Some kind of like perforation. This right here is for aerodynamics right here. I could tell that's all this is for. To catch that wind that comes from the inside of the cab going out and deflects it right here. That's what a lot of aerodynamics is. It's just controlling where you want the wind to go. Here it's gonna go to the engine there. Here it goes for something that supports the engine. But let's go ahead and hop inside this thing. I'm 6 feet tall, and I think I'm just at the limit for the size of person that's supposed to be inside this vehicle, because I try to push the seat back a little bit, it's not going. I can go forward more, but I couldn't imagine being taller than 6 feet tall trying to get inside this vehicle. Now the inside of this vehicle is really nice. Like, it's got this red Alcantara, which is something really unique. I've only seen that in Lamborghini. I've seen black Alcantara. That's like the only other color of Alcantara that you see. But like the level of detail inside here is next level. From the switches here to on-off start position, like the location of it, the way that it's done, like it's ridiculous. You know, when this cover first came out, there used to not be an option to go through here. You had to lift up to turn on. But now you can go straight through. As far as with the Huracan, you can do that. Look, more hexagons, but look, it's got that forged carbon. I love that. Forged carbon here, forged carbon there, forged carbon there. But check this out. I don't think this even opens. This is just for you to rest your arm, because this is Lamborghini, so I think they're not really considering your storage space. You don't drive this car to go grocery shopping or anything. Look at steering wheel. Even the paddle shifters are forged carbon. You see this right here? That's nice, because it's got like this 3D plasma kind of look. Like there's none of it looks the same. Carbon fiber looks the same as you keep going. Like forged carbon, like every bit of it looks different, because like carbon that's like been like forged together, so that's like pressure and heat combined, going through like a process. Back to the car, stitching, red stitching going all the way around here in the inside here, and the red Alcantara continues on both sides underneath here. Now, everything they want you to pay attention to is going to be right in red. Hazards here, your start stop here, your armrest here, and of course they want you to know that it's EVO, Huracan EVO, of course with the country's colors, right? Green, white, and red. All you gotta do is change that to blue, and that would be our country. But before I go ahead and start the vehicle up and do some revving and stuff like that, I want to pop a few things open. I want to pop the hood open as well as the trunk. Like, I'm really curious about that. So there's 2 buttons down here, one for the front, one for the back. man, getting out of this is kind of a squeeze. Like you gotta be flexible. You gotta be flexible in your joint areas to be able to get in and out of this thing. Now here, this is cool because I know some of these other ones didn't really have an accessible frunk, but the Huracan EVO does. Now look at that. That's dope right there. You see the way that it does that? Everybody thinks Tesla's the only ones that have frunks. Turn it on a little bit. Let's see if I can pop the... Okay, so the power has to be on for the back to open, but it does open. But you have to have the power on. So look at this. Let's check this out. Oh my gosh. Okay, so you don't really get to see the whole engine, but you can get like a little bit of a preview up in there. It's got 2 intakes right there. That's what these are right here. 2 intakes. There's a whole bunch of cooling and oil and all that stuff. But let's look inside here. So you can kind of get like a little preview of the whole exhaust system, of what's going on. So yeah, granted you can't do everything, but at least you could check your oil and your coolant and good stuff like that. Also, you can show a little bit of your Lamborghini swag by popping that back open and popping over the front that nobody knew you could pop open. Got a little 12 volt in the front, as well as you can access your little fluids right here. But the handle is very easy to open. Just put your fingers right there and open it up.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm about to test some things out. I see right here, we got the button for the roof to go on right here. I think I'm gonna test that out. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Now that's dope right there. That's dope right there. Oh man. The roof's a little bit lower though, but I think the roof like this is like perfect for someone my height. Now if I was like taller than this, it'd be crazy. But yeah, check this out. This is what the space looks like. So it's like designed for you to have a little space for you to put the, because it's a soft top, so it's a nice foldable soft top. Just folds up, goes in there. It's not a convertible hard top, which would be dope, but it's still dope just the way it is. All right, so I'm gonna open this thing back up because I kind of actually like it more with it open. So first, pull a little lever. Actually, I think push the lever down. There we go. You see that? See the way this window right here moves down? That's dope right there. That little window. You got Eagle Eye right here watching me. There we go. Now I got some space. Now something that's similar to a lot of other vehicles that I really don't like, when it comes to moving the sunroof open and close, you have to press and hold the button the whole time. It'd be dope if I could just push it and just hop out and record it. Okay, now you see that it's on. This is what it looks like when it's on right here. This is the only screen that's on here. You see that there's, I'm sorry, the car wants the door closed. And these handles are cold. These are like real metal right here. This handle right here is cold because it's cold outside right now. And everything else on here is warm because it's in the sun, but the handle is still like freezing cold. So overhead view, I think that's cool. Now you close the door, now it shows your oil temperature, your oil pressure, you know, the actual car temperature right there, how much fluid you got right there. And also another thing I like, when you look at this, a lot of the stuff is in Italian. So benzina, tempo acqua, temp olio, precio olio. Not everything, some's got to be in English, driver distraction disclaimer, but they like to put that little extra little touch so you know. So like strada, sport, Corsa, these are different words and they have different meanings. A Lamborghini. But enough of that. If you go to the side, you see all the little features over here on the side. They're pretty much standard across pretty much every other car. You got your dimmers, your light switches, and all that little good stuff. You got your blinkers. Now, something that's cool about this with your blinkers, there's no blinker here on the side. It just has like a little switch right here for left, right. You know, you got your sport modes right here, so it can just switch right here. And you can see right there, Corsa, Sport, and then Strada. So I think Strada is ready, regular, and then Sport, and then you see Corsa, the whole thing changes. That's dope. And then up here in the front, window button. Oh, there's one for each side. Your window roller is not on the side of the door, it's actually here. So passenger side, driver's side. You can actually raise the front axle, like, so if you got to clear like a pothole or clear a speed bump, these are for like raising your vehicle if you got a speed bump or something coming up. ESC off, obstacle avoidance. You got the automatic start stop. I wouldn't think they'd have that in Lamborghini, but that's dope that they do. Hazard lights. You got a little spot right here. Let's see, phone spot. Yeah, it looks like a phone spot. I mean, it's very unpractical, but hey, you could put a phone there. I mean, it's better than what else they had in mind, I guess. Oh, here we go. That fits perfectly. Little phone, there you go. That's what that's for. You got one phone holder there, and then you got the emergency phone spot right there. And if you need a little extra space, maybe you could put like, and you put some extra keys or something over here. But let's pop this open real quick and see what's in here. See inside of there, standard glove compartment. But look at this thing. This thing is ridiculous. I think I'm ready to go ahead and get it started. Ooh, that sounds good right there. All right, so we're checking for visceral rawness, like just pure rawness when it comes to revving the engine. First, we're gonna start off in Strada, which I assume is like regular mode or standard mode, and then there's Sport, and then there's Corsa. Something I love about Lamborghini, unlike Audi and Porsche, they took the rev limiter off of that. And plus, don't forget, this is the Huracan EVO, so it's got top-notch exhaust. We're gonna rev it up in normal, Sport, and Corsa. Check this out, right? This is standard. That was 5,500 RPM. Now, if I go down to Sport, you notice the difference? The tone? I have to speak up so much more for you to hear it. It's deeper now. Now, what's Sport mode? Huracan EVO, all right? All right, now let's go to Corsa mode. Corsa mode, right? That's like the top mode. Now, something I notice is the rev seems a little quicker in the other one, but the tone is deeper in Corsa. So as I'm looking around, there's a whole bunch of interesting features going on about this vehicle as I'm looking around, like seeing more things when the vehicle's on opposed to when the vehicle's off. So let you guys see that. To get rid of some of this glare, I'm gonna close this thing real quick just so you can have a better experience seeing, all right? Here we go. Let's open that up. Thank you. Close. There we go. I'm the perfect height for this. Very nice. And you see, first off, the whole thing is digital. You press it and you see it right here. It's this thing revs so fast, it's ridiculous. Big fan of Lamborghini right now. Big fan of Lamborghini. That's the reason why I have an Audi, because I'm a big fan of the whole Volkswagen group and the way that they do their cars. Lamborghini is nothing like a Volkswagen or Audi. That's the reason why there's no rev limit. I'm able to actually rev it up. I'll give you an example. Sport mode, you can actually rev it up higher in RPMs, above like 4,000 RPM. Porsche, Audi, they stop it at like 4, but I can quick rev it way past 4,000 RPM. You saw it went all the way up to 7 RPM. It's ridiculous. Of course, it's a little bit deeper. Now you see this is a totally different layout. I hear the RPM a little bit different. It sounds a little bit more aggressive. It sounds more ready to get going. I like the way this has changed. Ooh, it's got more of a snappy pop to it. Oh, it's got way more pops in the back. Pop, pop, and you can see how much gas you got. It's full, almost. It's not even having full gas tank. 306 miles. That's good for a Lamborghini. That's excellent right there. Let's take a quick look at this right here. Let's see what they can do. Vehicle. We got lighting in here. Let's see what they mean by lighting. All-wheel system. AWS. Oh, this is the all-wheel drive version. I know the Huracan comes in rear-wheel drive versions, but this one is all-wheel drive. It shows it right here. You can see a little dynamics. I know some of you people will probably understand this much better than me. That's what this video is for, so you can see this. You know, some people don't have access to these kind of vehicles. So let's check this out. Media. Okay, simple layout. Nothing else, nothing crazy. Telephone, navigation, sound, phone apps, telemetry. Go into the settings, you can see display time, Alexa, GPS. Let's see what else there is. Oh, hexagon. Is that like the Batman button? Oh, that's probably home button. If I'm in vehicle, push that button. Yeah, it's a home button, just as I assumed. AC. Let's turn some AC on. AC. Where is the climate control? Because I don't feel anything. There's Alcantara here, Alcantara everywhere, and like, look at this, a secret compartment. Isn't that cool? Another spot big enough for your phone. Isn't that dope? Another spot just big enough for the phone. That's about all you can put in these little storage spots. You can put a phone here, phone there, phone over there. That's about all you can fit in the stores. Phones. Now I'm sure you looked back here, but let's take a look. There's more hexagons back here, and like I said, eagle eye right here, eagle eye watching you right here, so you can see the interior of the vehicle. And look at the stitching on here, Lamborghini style, the bull, and also the red stitching going around here. You're loving this bolstering. What makes it so livable is the fact that you got Alcantara here instead of the seat being just so hard, because sometimes you get performance cars, the seats are just really uncomfortable, but the seats in here are like top notch. All right, so I'm gonna let you hear a little bit of the revving from the outside, because inside you can't hear it as well as you can outside. Like, it's, you gotta hear it. And for those of you who don't know, this is a 5.2 liter V8 naturally aspirated engine with 630 horsepower, 440 foot-pounds of torque, and a 7-speed dual clutch transmission. Now that audio right there is something I am not able to express into words. Like, it's one of the things, like, if you hear it in person, it ain't nothing like seeing it on the video. Like, I've seen this car in videos, and like, seeing it in the video ain't nothing like seeing it in person. I'm telling you, top-notch car. Stay tuned. The last couple side thoughts I noticed about the vehicle. Now, I'm not sure if it's something that Tesla and Lamborghini in cahoots about, but with these door handles, they're like dang near the same style. You pull it open like that to open, and then it stays open. You close it, and the door handle stays open for a little while, and then after like a minute or so, then it closes. Another little detail, if you got the soft top, look at this right here. You see, you got another badge right here, but it's hidden. Huracan Spyder. That basically means the soft top. Another detail, Huracan EVO. You know, it's got the country's flag colors right there. Other cool features is how much crazy amount of the forged carbon is inside of this car. It's like it's everywhere, all throughout the whole car. The gauges, the dash, the armrest. The last little hidden little thing is the Lamborghini tag. The only other spots you see it besides the very front of the vehicle, not the back, but on the steering wheel only, and on the end of the key right there. Now that's attention to detail. Okay, so I'm not going anywhere with this vehicle. This car is over $300,000, and I don't even want to drive it really. I'm just gonna back it up and just park it. That's all I'm doing, because this car is almost $500,000. But to drive it, the layout here is same as my car. Foot on the brake, start it up. That's all you gotta do. Take it off the e-brake, put it in reverse. Oh, the car wants me to put the seatbelt on, so I think that'd be a good idea. Just like any other car, it's got a backup camera, but considering the kind of car it is, I'm kind of disappointed at the level of quality of the backup camera. Simple enough to drive, though. With it sitting outside, I'm not just gonna leave the top open. I'm gonna close it. You don't just leave the top open. You gotta close this sucker, because you don't want the screens inside here getting all toasted and everything. Close this sucker up real quick. Now the next question is this car worth all that money? And by many people's standards, they say yes. If you can afford a vehicle like this, then it's definitely worth it. But if you can't afford it, if you be going broke and bankrupt trying to even just get one of these in your driveway, then it's not worth it. But if you can afford a vehicle like this, I mean, being able to, you know, drop 200K at least, then yeah, this car is dope. Definitely worth the money. It's got the top rated technology that you can get in any kind of car pretty much. As far as supercars, staying in supercar level without going up to something like a hypercar, you know, something like Koenigsegg, you know, that's a different level. But Lamborghini's definitely dope. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you guys subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. So I'm walking away from this car, and tell me why when I hit the lock button, the lock sounds just like my car. Hold on. There we go. That pew, the same chirp for the lock that's on this car is the same thing that's on my car. Who knew?